walk past that charming bookstore on your street and think, imagine if everyone could experience this. Or maybe that incredible little coffee roaster a few towns over their beans. They just deserve a global audience, you know?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Today, we're taking that exciting idea and diving deep, buying a beloved local business and transforming it into a thriving online brand. Get ready for some, serious light bulb moments.
That's right. We've got this really comprehensive guide that breaks down this whole journey. I mean, from the initial search for the right business all the way to scaling it internationally.
Okay.
So our goal today is, well, to pull out the most crucial steps, the key insights, give you a real feel for the potential, the process, without getting too bogged down in the details.
Exactly. Think of this as your shortcut, right?
Yeah.
We'll be looking at how to spot a promising business, the absolute must-do of due diligence.
Oh, definitely.
And then building that vital online presence, crafting a compelling brand, smart marketing strategies, and finally, some inspiring real-world stories to show what's truly possible.
Yeah, those are always great.
So where do you even start this adventure? Step one?
Well, the guide, it strongly suggests beginning with something you're genuinely interested in, or at least know something about.
Right. Makes sense.
It just makes the whole process, more manageable and, honestly, a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, I can see that.
Think about areas like, unique handmade goods, maybe boutique clothing, natural cosmetics, artisanal foods. These often have a unique hook, a story that people connect with.
That totally clicks. If you love vintage, you'll have a much better gut feeling about a vintage shop's online potential than, say, a plumbing supply store. Unless, pipes are your passion.
Precisely. And the guide points out that loads of local gems, like maybe that amazing artisan bakery or a really cool gift shop, might have huge online demand that their current local setup just, isn't tapping into.
Okay, so you've narrowed down an area you're interested in. How do you actually find these businesses? The ones that might be up for sale. It's not like there's a single sign, is there?
No, not usually a big for sale sign on the dream business, but there are definitely key places to look. Online marketplaces like BizBsell, businesses for sale, good starting points. Get a feel for what's out there.
Okay.
And don't ignore local classifieds either. Sometimes great stuff pops up in unexpected places.
Right.
Networking with local business brokers is another smart move. They often know about listings before they go wide. Think of them like business real estate agents.
Business matchmakers. I like that.
Exactly. And the guide makes a really good point about just tapping into your community. Ask local shop owners if they know anyone thinking of selling. Maybe someone's looking to retire.
Yeah, that word of mouth thing.
It can uncover hidden gems. Even going to local craft fairs or industry events, you might see a stall that's always mobbed.
Yeah,
the person running that super popular stall, they might be open to selling the business or even partnering up to take it online.
That's a brilliant tip about the fairs. You see those cues, they've got something special. Okay, so you've maybe spotted a few possibles. What makes one a smart buy, especially if the goal is scaling online?
Right. Good question. The guide really hammers home a few key things. First up, solid financials. Ideally, it's profitable now.
Okay.
Or at the very least, it has a clear, realistic path to get there. Consistent revenue, positive cash flow. Those are really strong signs.
Now, what if you find one that isn't profitable yet, but you see this massive opportunity online? Is that just a huge red flag?
Not automatically, no.
Yeah.
But you need a very clear understanding of why it's not profitable. And a rock-solid plan for how going online changes that game.
Okay.
Maybe it's a fantastic product with literally zero web presence that could be huge, but it's definitely riskier than buying something already in the black.
Gotcha. More risk, potentially more reward.
Exactly. The guide also stresses looking for unique products or a really compelling brand story, something that grabs attention online. That bakery with the secret 100-year-old sourdough recipe?
Yeah.
That's gold.
Right, that kind of history. You can't just invent that. That's perfect for online storytelling.
Absolutely. And a loyal local customer base. Fantastic sign. If the locals love it, chances are others will too online. Think of that boutique that always has people browsing or the cafe with a constant buzz. Then, obviously, growth potential. Can you actually set up an online store easily, expand the product line, reach totally new markets? That local coffee roaster only selling at farmers markets. Huge online potential.
Yeah, definitely.
And finally, the guide mentions this, and it's important. Your own enjoyment. You're going to pour your heart and soul into this. You really should like the business itself.
Totally. You'll be living and breathing it. Better have some passion. Okay, so you're looking, how do you get that first sniff test on the finances? You can't just demand years of accounts right away, can you?
Probably not on the first chat, no. Initially, you're just after a general picture. Ask for key figures, annual revenue, maybe typical profit margins, main expenses.
Okay.
Even for really small places with less formal books, see if they have sales receipts, maybe tax returns you could glance at, get a feel for whether the asking price seems, in the ballpark based on what it earns.
Is there a rule of thumb for that?
The guide mentions one, yeah. Small businesses often sell for maybe 2 to 3 times their annual profit.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, it's very general, just a starting point.
Right. Not set in stone.
Definitely not.
Mm-hmm.
And be really careful with businesses consistently losing money, unless you have an incredibly clear, well-researched turnaround plan ready to go, like immediately.
And the last bit of that initial check.
Understanding why they're selling.
Mm-hmm.
Super important. Lots of reasons are totally fine. Retirement, health, just wanting a change.
Sure.
But you need to watch for red flags. Are they cagey? Do the explanations feel a bit thin? If the business is struggling, you need to know that up front. No surprises.
Okay, makes sense. So you found one, it seems promising. Now comes the less glamorous but totally essential part, due diligence. Sounds a bit intimidating if you've never done it.
It can seem like a mountain, yeah. But the guide breaks it down nicely. It's basically just doing your homework, thoroughly checking everything out, confirming the business is what it seems before you commit.
Right, your homework.
And a huge chunk of that is financial. You got to dig into the records,
Right.
ask for minimum the last 2 or 3 years of tax returns, profit and loss statements, balance sheets.
Why look back so far? A couple of years.
It helps you spot trends. Is revenue growing, shrinking, flatlining? Steady growth is great, obviously. Declining sales. That might signal problems you need to dig into.
Okay.
Plus, it lets you check if what the owner told you actually lines up with the official documents. That bakery claiming X profit.
Yeah.
The tax returns should back that up.
Got it. Verify claims, look for patterns. What else in the financials?
Getting a sales breakdown is really useful by product, maybe even by customer. You don't want 90% of the income coming from one big client, right? That's risky.
Yeah, definitely want diversity there.
More stable. You also need a clear picture of inventory and assets. What stock do they have? Is
Right.
it included in the price? And what else are you buying? Equipment, furniture, computers, the POS system? Go look at it if you can.
Right. Like if it's a wood shop, check the tools, see the wood supply.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the bit no one loves thinking about,
Oh.
debts and liabilities.
Oh.
Crucial, though.
Yeah.
Any outstanding loans, unpaid supplier bills, pending taxes,
Yeah.
potential legal claims. You do not want to inherit nasty surprises.
No kidding.
If there are employees, any back wages owed, benefits. What about existing contracts, like the lease? What are the terms? Can you even take it over? Due diligence is really about finding those potential skeletons in the closet.
So it's not just spreadsheets. It's the operational side, the legal stuff too.
Exactly. How does it actually run day to day? Any legal hoops?
Yeah.
The business structure itself matters. For first-timers, an asset sale is usually simpler than a stock sale.
Okay, what's the difference? Quickly.
With an asset sale, you buy this equipment, inventory, customer lists, not the legal company itself. So you often avoid inheriting the seller's old liabilities. They're generally safer.
Got it.
You also got to check all the licenses and permits. Are they valid? Can they be transferred to you? Do they meet zoning laws?
Like a food business needing health permits or just a basic retail license for a shop?
Precisely. Then existing contracts, the lease, supplier agreements, maybe even customer contracts.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know the terms, know if they continue with you.
Right.
If it's a franchise, there's a whole approval process, fees, training maybe. Employees, will they stay? Any money owed? And branding stuff, the name, logo, designs, recipes, that's intellectual property. Make sure the sale transfers those rights. Maybe get a non-use agreement so the seller doesn't just use the same brand again. And finally, ask about legal issues. Any current lawsuits, threatened ones, product liability stuff. Got to ask directly.
Wow, that is a lot. Especially for a first-timer. Seems overwhelming.
And that's exactly where getting professionals involved is, well, invaluable.
Mm-hmm.
The guide really pushes this. Talk to an experienced business lawyer and a good accountant.
Right. Experts.
Yeah. The lawyer helps with the purchase agreement, the structure, covers the legal basis. The accountant verifies the financials, helps with valuation maybe, advises on tax implications.
It costs money up front, sure, but it sounds like it could save you from massive headaches and maybe financial ruin later on.
Absolutely. It's an investment in peace of mind. Seriously. Avoids costly mistakes. Once you've done all that homework, you're happy, then it all gets formalized in the purchase agreement.
The contract.
A legally binding contract. Price, what assets are included, the timeline, any special conditions. Payment terms, obviously. Any training the seller provides. That non-compete clause is key.
Stop them setting up next door.
Exactly. If inventory is included, how you account it at closing, any price adjustments based on that, and the guide is right. Everything agreed verbally needs to be in writing. No handshake deals on major points.
So you've done the homework, got the legal stuff sorted. What's the very final step to actually owning it?
Closing the deal. That's when ownership officially transfers. Both sides sign the final agreement. The money usually changes hands, often through escrow for safety.
Right.
You pay. They hand over the keys, documents, online account access, customer lists, everything. Super important then. Update all the licenses and registrations into your name.
Dot the I's, cross the T's.
Yeah, and definitely celebrate. But maybe keep the seller's number handy, just in case questions pop up right at the start.
Good tip. Okay, you've got the keys, you own the business. Now for the really exciting part, taking it online. Where do you start with building that digital presence?
Okay, yeah, the fun part. First crucial step, choosing the right e-commerce platform. This is like the digital foundation for your online store. It powers the website, the products, the checkout, payments, everything.
Right, the engine room.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And there are quite a few options out there, each with pros and cons. The guide gives a good rundown of the popular ones, especially for e-commerce newbies.
Like Shopify, Wix, Squarespace. Those names ring a bell for most people. What's the quick lowdown on them?
Okay, Shopify, often seen as pretty user-friendly. Huge app store, so it's really versatile, lets you add features as you grow. Downside, monthly fees, maybe transaction fees depending on how you take payments.
Gotcha.
Wix, e-commerce, known for its drag-and-drop design.
Yeah.
Lots of creative control visually. Maybe a bit more basic on the pure e-commerce feature side if you grow really, really fast compared to dedicated platforms.
Okay. And Squarespace?
Squarespace is often praised for its beautiful modern templates. Great if your products are very visual. Might have some limits on super advanced e-commerce stuff. Maybe multi-currency or language support can be trickier sometimes.
And then there's WooCommerce. That's different. It works with WordPress, right?
Yeah, exactly. WooCommerce is actually a free plugin you add to a WordPress site. You host yourself. Tons of flexibility, loads of customization. But.
There's always a but.
Yeah. It's usually more hands-on to set up and manage. You might need some tech skills or maybe hire someone who does. Very powerful, but maybe a steeper learning curve for total beginners.
Okay. And BigCommerce?
BigCommerce is another big dedicated platform, known for having lots of features built in, scales really well, maybe not quite as immediately intuitive for beginners as Shopify, some say, and the pricing can sometimes get higher as your sales grow, based on their plan limits.
Right.
The guide also touches on others. Weebly, good for integrating with physical point of sale. Magento Adobe Commerce, more for big enterprise-level stuff. And using marketplaces like Etsy or Amazon as extra channels, not just your main store.
Wow. Okay. It sounds like choosing can be a bit paralyzing. How do you even pick when you're just starting out?
That's actually where the guide introduces another option, Selldone. It presents it as particularly interesting because it tries to combine the good bits of these others while minimizing some drawbacks, especially for new sellers.
Selldone. Okay, haven't heard of that one as much. What's its angle? What makes it different?
Well, the guide positions it as sort of a next-gen builder, a complete business operating system all in one. A key thing is its no plugins needed philosophy.
Oh.
Yeah, it apparently has a ton of features built right in. Product management, inventory, orders, payments, shipping, marketing tools, loyalty programs, even an integrated point of sale for physical stores. All in one place.
Whoa, okay. That sounds incredibly convenient. Not having to hunt for apps, install them, hope they work together.
Yeah.
That sounds like a huge win.
Absolutely. It simplifies things massively,
Yeah.
reduces compatibility headaches, gives you one dashboard for pretty much everything. The guide also highlights how user-friendly and quick it's supposed to be to get started.
Quick is good.
Yeah, the onboarding's apparently fast. It automatically sets up a basic store, even generates sample products and a homepage based on your business type. They claim you can get something live in under an hour, no coding needed.
That's a major plus for the non-techie folks out there.
Definitely. And another really interesting angle is the built-in AI assistance.
AI, how does that work?
Selldone uses AI to help with tasks like writing product descriptions, suggesting prices, recommending promotions, analyzing sales data, like having a virtual assistant baked into the platform.
Wow. AI writing product descriptions. That alone could save so much time and agony.
It really could, especially for people new to writing marketing copy. But maybe the most compelling bit the guide mentions. Selldone has a free plan that lets you connect your own custom domain name.
Seriously. Free plan custom domain? That's huge. Most make you use their clunky subdomain on free plans.
Exactly. Having your own domain like yourcoolshop.com looks so much more professional. Getting that on a free plan is a massive value add for branding right out of the gate without extra cost.
Okay, that's a game changer. Huge value.
It really is. And because so many features are built in, you potentially save a lot by not needing paid third-party apps for email marketing, loyalty, advanced shipping, etc.
Right, those app costs add up fast on other platforms.
They do. Plus, while it's beginner-friendly, Selldone is apparently built to scale. It can handle more products, more orders, international shipping, even advanced stuff like multi-vendor marketplaces or subscriptions if you go that route later.
Okay.
And it boasts seamless online-offline integration with that built-in POS. Great if you still have a physical shop. Syncs inventory across both. And includes community building tools, loyalty programs, again, without extra plugins.
So Selldone sounds like it's trying to hit a sweet spot. Easy, like Wix Squarespace, powerful, like Shopify BigCommerce, but with unique perks like the AI and the inclusive features, especially that free custom domain.
That's definitely the picture the guy paints, yeah. Sounds like a really strong contender for someone taking a local business online, wanting to avoid complexity and recurring costs up front.
Okay, I'm definitely intrigued by Selldone now. So if someone decides, yep, Selldone's for me, how do they actually get their store set up? What are the first steps?
Okay, the guide lays out a pretty clear path. Step 1, obviously, create your Selldone account, go through the initial setup, you sign up, give basic info, store name, product type, address.
Right.
Then this quick onboarding kicks in, automatically generates a starter site, maybe with placeholder stuff relevant to your business type, like sample jewelry. If you said jewelry, gives you a starting point. Then you get your main dashboard access to manage everything.
So you're not just staring at a blank page, which is less daunting. Okay, what's next?
Step 2, connect your custom domain. Like we said, big advantage, even on the free plan. You go into the Selldone domain settings, follow their instructions to point your domain, if you have one, to the Selldone store. Usually involves updating DNS records with your registrar. It'll tell you what IP address or CNAME record to use.
DNS, the internet's phone book, basically.
Exactly. If you don't have a domain, you can buy one or use their free subdomain to start. But yeah, custom domain is way better for branding.
Totally. Branding is key online. What about making it look like your brand, the design?
That's step 3, designing the look and feel. You go to the website or theme area in Selldone, pick a template. They should be mobile responsive, look good everywhere.
Okay.
Then customize it with their visual editor, change colors, upload your logo, tweak layouts, replace placeholder text and images with your own stuff, create extra pages like About Us, tell that business story, and contact us. Set up your navigation menu so people can find things. Preview it on desktop, preview it on mobile. Make it reflect the business you bought.
Okay, structure and design are set. Now the actual products, how do they go online?
Step 4, add products and categories. There'll be a products or catalog section. Add items one by one, or maybe bulk import if you have lots.
Yeah.
Include the name, a great description, maybe use that AI helper here. High quality photos, multiple angles, price, inventory levels, any variations like size or color with stock tracking for each.
All right, got to track stock.
Definitely. And organize them into categories or collections like dresses, tops, accessories for a boutique so browsing is easy. Add keywords for SEO too. Start with your main products first.
Photos are just so critical online, aren't they? People can't touch the item, the pics have to sell it. Okay, what about getting paid? Obviously vital.
Absolutely essential.
Yeah.
Step 5, configure payment gateways. Go to payment settings. Connect processors like Stripe for cards direct on site or PayPal. Very common, trusted options.
Okay.
Follow Selldone steps to link your accounts. Might need business info, verification. Make sure your store currency is set right. Offering multiple ways to pay is usually a good idea.
Definitely gives customers options. What about actually getting products to them? Shipping. That's next, I guess.
Exactly. Step 6, set up shipping options. In shipping settings, define zones, maybe domestic, maybe specific international regions. Then set rates within those zones.
How do you set rates?
Could be flat rate per zone, free shipping over a certain amount, or maybe real-time carrier rates if Selldone integrates with shipping companies to calculate exact costs based on weight, size, destination.
Okay.
Start simple maybe. Factor in packaging costs, postage. You can also set up local pickup if you still have a physical presence. Maybe just ship domestically first, then add international later as you get comfortable.
And then taxes, the necessary evil.
Yep. Step 7. Configure tax settings. Depending on where you are, what you sell, you might need to collect sales tax or VAT. There'll be a tax section. Specify rules for your region, or maybe enable automatic calculation if Selldone links to tax services.
Right.
But definitely, the guide stresses this. Talk to an accountant. Get professional advice to set this up right. You'll likely need your tax ID. Decide if prices show tax included or excluded.
Okay, site looks good, products are in, payments work, shipping and taxes are sorted. Now are we ready to launch?
Almost. Step 8. The crucial review and launch, the guide says. Review everything thoroughly first. Proofread all content. Test the entire checkout process yourself. Use a fake order.
Good idea.
Double-check all settings. Contact email, address, the little favicon icon in the browser tab. Connect analytics tools now if you want to track traffic from day one. Once you're absolutely sure it all works and looks right, then yeah, turn off any password protection or coming soon page. Go live.
And then just sit back and watch the orders flood in.
If only. Step 9. Announce it. Tell everyone. Email your local list, post on social media, put up signs in store if you have one, update Google My Business with the website link, submit your site map to Google so they find you.
Right. Got to drive traffic.
Check it again on mobile after launch. Make sure your store link is easy to share.
And the final step, number 10.
Step 10 is getting familiar with managing the store day to day. Learn your dashboard. How to view orders, mark them fulfilled, print packing slips, how to mark as shipped, add tracking, manage inventory, low stock alerts, restocks, handle returns, refunds, explore any built-in marketing tools Selldone offers. It's about getting comfortable with the ongoing operations.
Okay, so the online store is launched, but turning that local gem into a major online brand, that's more than just having a website, right? You need to think about sourcing more product, the brand identity, packaging.
Absolutely. Now you've got the digital shop window. You need to ensure you can actually deliver consistently as demand grows without compromising the quality people expect.
Right. Scaling up.
Yeah. If it's handmade stuff, maybe you scale up your own making. Maybe bring the original maker on as a supplier or a consultant, hire and train more artisans, maybe even carefully outsource parts, but with super strict quality control. The guide says document everything, recipes, techniques, where you get materials.
Good point. Institutional knowledge.
For non-handmade goods, it's about finding reliable suppliers or manufacturers for bigger quantities. Talk to current ones, research new ones. Alibaba, Maker's Row, trade shows. Get samples, do test orders first. Don't rely on just one supplier if you can help it, and never ever let quality slip as you grow.
And expanding the product line. Tempting to add loads of new things, but the guide suggests caution.
Exactly. Focus on your core winners first. Then add complementary stuff strategically, based on customer feedback, market research. Don't spread yourself too thin. Prioritize. Inventory management becomes huge here too. Balancing stock levels with cash flow. Use your store data. See what sells, when. Seasonality matters. Maybe integrate inventory tools later.
Okay, let's switch to branding. The business you bought has some brand, but how do you refine it for a wider online audience?
Good question. The guide says leverage the existing story, but weave in your narrative as the new owner. Build on the foundation. Share your vision. Look at the visuals, logo, colors, fonts. Do they still work online? Maybe a refresh is needed, but keep some recognition if possible. Develop a consistent brand voice. Friendly. Expert. Use it everywhere. Site copy, emails, social posts.
Right. Consistent personality.
And showcase your mission and values if you have them. Sustainability, ethical sourcing. That resonates today. But the guide warns, be careful with big rebrands, especially the name early on. If you do rebrand later, be super transparent with customers about why.
And packaging. It's not just a brown box, is it? Especially online.
Definitely not. It's twofold. Protect the product in transit and create a great unboxing experience. Use proper padding, bubble wrap, foam, seal it securely. Test your packaging maybe. Then add branded touches. Even logo stickers or branded tape help. Think about the customer opening it. A thank you card. Nice tissue paper. A little extra sample or sticker. It delights people, encourages repeat business. Make the packaging reflect your brand voice too. Eco-friendly materials. Big plus for many now, so mention it if you use them.
Right.
Packaging might differ slightly for retail versus shipping too. And balance quality with cost. Buy in bulk as you scale.
Okay. Products, brand, packaging are getting dialed in. Now, how do we actively get eyeballs on the online store? Digital marketing fundamentals.
Right. The guide highlights 4 pillars. SEO, social media, email marketing, and influencer outreach. SEO, search engine optimization, is about getting found when people search.
Making Google like you?
Pretty much. Do keyword research. What terms do people search for? Handmade leather wallet, artisan ceramics, whatever fits. Use tools like Google Keyword Planner, then weave those keywords into your site. Page titles, meta descriptions, little search result snippet, headings, blog content, how to care for your ceramic mug, image alt text, handmade blue ceramic vase.
Okay.
Good site structure helps too. Clear navigation, technical stuff like mobile friendliness, speed. Platforms like Selldone often help there. HTTPS security is essential, usually automatic. Build backlinks over time, links from other sites, social media profiles, directories, maybe guest blog posts, reviews. SEO's a long game, remember. Takes time.
So SEO helps people already look and find you. What about social media? That's more proactive, right?
Yeah, social media is about building awareness, engaging people, driving traffic. Pick the right platforms. Instagram, Pinterest for visual stuff, Facebook for broad reach, TikTok for younger crowds, video.
Makes sense.
Then content strategy. Post regularly. Mix it up. Product shots, behind the scenes, customer photos, user-generated content, useful tips, engaging questions or polls. Use stories, reels, TikToks.
Crucially.
Respond to comments, messages. Engage, don't just broadcast.
And maybe paid ads later.
Yeah, paid social ads on Facebook and Instagram can be powerful once you've got your organic presence sorted and know who your customer is. Target specific demographics.
Okay. What about email marketing? Feels a bit old school, but the guide says it's still key.
Absolutely, still key. Very direct, effective. First, build your list. Sign up forms on site. Offer a discount, maybe.
Right.
Check out opt-in, maybe a physical sign-up sheet if you do events. Comply with rules like GDPR sans spam.
Right. Permission is vital.
Use an email service, MailChimp, Constant Contact, or maybe Selldone's built-in tools. They handle templates, unsubscribes, help avoid spam filters. Then, content strategy. Welcome emails with that discount. Newsletters, new stuff, news, promos, sales, offers, urgency, product tips, personalized emails based on past buys, post-purchase follow-ups, feedback requests, related items.
Lots of types.
Key is value. Don't just sell constantly. Maintain brand voice. Mix promo with useful fun stuff. Quality over quantity. Watch your open rates.
Lastly, influencer outreach. Seems huge these days.
It is. Collaborate with people who have an audience in your niche. Find relevant influencers. Maybe start with micro-influencers, smaller but engaged followings. Look for alignment. Vegan food bloggers for vegan chocolate, right?
Makes sense.
Reach out professionally. Personalize it. Explain your brand, why it fits their audience. Propose something, a free product for review, paid post, affiliate deal to get a cut of sales.
Okay.
Give them info, but let them be authentic. Remind them about disclosure rules. FTC requires #ad or #gifted. Consider an affiliate program with unique codes, links for tracking. Monitor results. Build relationships. Ask permission to repost their content featuring your product. Great user-generated stuff. It's the combination of all these channels, SEO, social, email, influencers working together, that really moves the needle over time.
Right. It's a mix. Okay, so marketing's driving orders. Now you actually have to fulfill them. The nuts and bolts of logistics and shipping.
Yeah, efficient fulfillment is critical for happy customers and repeat business. Starts with organized inventory storage, a dedicated packing station with all supplies, handy boxes, tape, labels.
Get organized.
Check orders daily. Aim for quick turnaround, 1-2 days maybe. Communicate any delays proactively. Printing labels. Platform integration. Carrier sites. Shipping software are options. Double-check addresses. Include return address. Quick quality check before packing right items. Good condition.
Little details matter.
Then dispatch drop-off or carrier pickup. Keep proof of shipment. Provide tracking numbers to customers, ideally automated. And have a plan for problems. Lost package. Damaged item. Wrong size. Know how you'll fix it. Reship, refund, apologize. Good service recovery builds loyalty.
International shipping feels like a whole other level of complexity.
It adds layers, yeah. Research costs carefully. Be transparent with customers about potential fees. Understand customs duties. Usually you fill out the forms. The customer pays import fees on arrival.
Right.
Know the rules for countries you ship to. De minimis thresholds matter, values below which duties aren't charged. Choose carriers wisely, postal versus courier. Cost, speed, reliability trade-offs. Set realistic delivery times on your site for international. As you grow, maybe look at translating parts of your site, offering multiple currencies if your platform supports it, maybe even local partners eventually.
And when does outsourcing fulfillment make sense, like using a 3PL?
When order volume gets high, or you're shipping lots to distant places. Third-party logistics, 3PL providers, store your stuff. Pick, pack, ship for you. Can improve speed, reduce your workload, maybe even costs. Amazon FBA is a big example, but there are many others.
Okay, so logistics. Get it there reliably, timely, intact, keep customers happy. Now, after the sale, customer support and building that community seems crucial for the long haul.
Absolutely vital. Great support differentiates you, turns buyers into loyal fans, advocates. Be reachable email, contact forms, social DMs. Respond promptly within 24 hours is a good goal. Create a comprehensive FAQ page. Answer common questions, shipping, returns, product care, sizing, maybe how-to guides or videos. Have a clear, fair return exchange policy on your site. Time limits, conditions, who pays return shipping. Stick to it generally, but use discretion sometimes to delight people.
Go in the extra mile.
Personalized support. Use names, reference their order. Friendly, human tone. Under-promise, over-deliver. Exceeding expectations leaves a great impression. As volume grows, maybe a simple help desk tool or just email labels to stay organized.
And community building, that's more than just solving problems, right? Fostering connection.
Exactly. Creating belonging. Engage on social media, reply to comments, feature customer photos, use a branded hashtag. Acknowledge top fans, maybe an online group, Facebook group, website forum, Discord, where customers connect with each other. Share tips, creations. Requires moderation, though.
Sure. Keep it positive.
Don't forget offline. Events, pop-ups, markets, workshops. Real-world connections are powerful. Collaborate with other brands and influencers. Join events, giveaways, reach new people, loyalty programs, reward repeats, referrals, points, tiers. Give $10, get $10.
Incentives.
Listen to your community. Ask for feedback on new ideas. Involve them. You spoke, we listened. Powerful stuff. Share your story, team stories, values, humanize the brand, and handle negativity gracefully. Calm, helpful responses. Avoid public fights. Focus on resolution.
It really sounds like building genuine relationships, making customers feel part of something.
Precisely. A strong community becomes a huge asset, drives word of mouth, builds long-term loyalty.
This has been incredibly practical to make it even more real. Got any examples? Small businesses that actually did this, scaled from local to online, maybe even global.
Oh, absolutely. The guide has some fantastic, inspiring case studies. Think Gymshark. Started literally in a garage in the UK. Passion for fitness. They used influencer marketing, YouTube, Instagram incredibly well. Built a massive community around the lifestyle, events, super consistent engagement, digital first, own website, Shopify early on. Result, billion-dollar global brand.
Garage to billions. Wow, that's motivating.
Then there's Kendra Scott. Started with $500, spare bedroom, Austin, Texas. Handmade jewelry.
Wow.
Her strategy. Relentless networking, understanding the market gap, affordable fashion jewelry, word of mouth, hiring help to scale production, getting into wholesale, balancing online, offline growth, big focus on brand experience, her color bar idea in stores, customer focus, local philanthropy. Now, billion-dollar valuation, lots of stores, strong online presence.
Amazing. And Burt's Bees started as a literal roadside honey stand in Maine. Now it's everywhere.
Incredible story, right? Natural beeswax products that caught the natural products wave, focused on quality. Story. Got an early break with the NYC boutique, moved manufacturing to scale, used educational marketing, huge word of mouth, embraced e-commerce later, strong community, acquired for nearly $1 billion.
Shows the power of unique niche and story.
Totally. And Tomo's shoes.
Yeah.
Built on that powerful one-for-one model. Buy a pair, they give a pair.
Yeah, everyone knows that story.
Their scaling was driven by that cause, resonated deeply, generated huge buzz, PR, media. They shared their impact online, built a community of supporters who felt good buying. That annual One Day Without Shoes campaign was genius. Expanded product lines, global recognition, massive social impact alongside sales. And one more, maybe more recent, Dollar Shave Club.
Ah, yes, the viral video guys.
Exactly. Disrupted the razor market. E-commerce subscription model attacking high prices. That hilarious launch video went viral. Subscription meant recurring revenue, loyalty, focused on customer experience, humor, consistent brand voice. Expanded products, built a fan community, encouraged referrals, sold for $1 billion.
Such different businesses, different paths, but all huge successes. Any common threads you see? Key takeaways?
Definitely. Across all of them. Genuine passion, first off. Smart use of modern digital channels, influencers, social, e-commerce tech. A really strong focus on the customer, building relationships, community. Being able to actually scale operations as they grew, that's huge. Brand consistency and having something unique, a clear value proposition or mission.
Those are fantastic insights, great themes to keep in mind. Okay, to wrap up our deep dive. What's the core message for someone listening who's thinking, maybe I can take my local business online and scale it?
I'd say it's absolutely a journey. Rewarding, yes. but it needs constant learning, adapting, improving. Use the steps, the principles we talked about as your roadmap.
Right.
And remember, every single one of those massive brands we just mentioned, they all started small, often really, really small. Their success isn't magic. It's achievable with the right strategy, a kind of hard work, dedication, and just being willing to learn and evolve along the way.
It is such an exciting idea, isn't it? Taking that local place you love and sharing its magic with the whole world online. Thank you so much. This has been incredibly detailed, super insightful. I know I've had plenty of aha moments myself.
My pleasure. It's a fascinating process. And to everyone listening, seriously, we're excited by the potential you have. Here's to you building the next great global brand. We'll be rooting for you.